obviously the most pleasing stat is 21 assists and only 6 turnovers. Taking care of the ball, sharing the ball. I thought BJ King played an outstanding game. I know his stat line wasn't crazy impressive, but he did a great job of getting in the lane, finding other people, causing disruptions on defense. I thought he played very, very well. And most of our guys played well. Obviously, Giannis had 17 at halftime because he went to the offensive backboard. But good team win. We have a day off tomorrow, much needed. We haven't had one in a couple weeks, so I know the guys are a little tired. But good team win. We'll take it and take a day off and get ready for Memphis on Saturday.
How did you guys seem flat at one point in the first half, like it was a 1-point game, and then the next thing you know, you look up and it's a 17-point game, and then it's a 40-point game. How did you guys do that?
Yeah, for whatever reason, we're just, I don't want to say we're slow starters, but it takes us to about the 8-minute mark of the first half to kind of really get going. Maybe it's just a matter of getting into the flow of the game, figuring out what the other team's trying to do. But they responded. I didn't. Maybe I just need to accept the fact that we're going to be like that. I hope we're not, but most importantly, they responded. They figured it out, and we did a good job of getting the ball in the lane and kicking it out for threes. I told them, I said, instead of just passing the ball around the perimeter and shooting jump shots against the zone, get in the lane, kick them out, throw the ball inside, and we did a good job of that, and we got some easy ones and created some points off our defense as well.
It seemed like early on you guys tried to go to a bit of a full court press and try to really get up and gamble for steals things. Did you want to kind of raise the energy level up to start the game?
I think it gets us going defensively, to be honest. A couple games we haven't pressed until maybe the first media or something, so I think it gets us going defensively, it gets us engaged. Obviously with Ray out there, who's terrific in the press, we did a good job of kind of disrupting things, and Dwayne came in and did a great job, I thought, and overall most of the guys did a pretty good job in the press. So it's just something we just got to continue to work on. We have obviously with Ryan back now, we have a pretty deep team, so it's something we'll probably have to look to go to more. But if it can help get us going, then I'm all for it.
Maybe talk about how hard Dwayne plays. He got some threes offensively, but more than that defensively, he just plays so hard for you.
He does. He's like Ray. He's like a 6'5" version of Ray. He just kind of disrupts everything. And I told him, the one time we finally got a good trap in the backcourt, and then he sprints back out of the trap and gets a back tip and dove on the floor, and then we ended up getting a dunk. And those kinds of plays, they don't show up on the stat sheet, but they don't go unnoticed by coaches at all. He just is an energy guy off the bench. And he's shooting the ball better, as you can see. He's 2 for 3 from 3. But yeah, his defensive energy really helps to get us going.
What do you think of Honest tonight, and over the past couple games, how have you seen him just kind of develop and become more comfortable out there?
I think I'm a little hard on Honest, but he was very active on the offensive glass in the first half. There's no question. He had 5 offensive rebounds in the first half, and he had 17 points at halftime. But he's thinking too much when he gets the ball inside around trying to make post moves, and it's frustrating me a little bit. We'll get it fixed, but he just is he's a calming influence, I guess, on offense, because when the ball's in his hands like it is with Quentin, they're going to make the right play, and he just helps make things flow better, and he's doing what you would expect a senior captain to do. So he's playing well. There's always room for improvement, but he seems to be playing well.
Is that why you only played 6 minutes in the second half? You're trying to kind of.
I wanted to, once we opened the game up a little bit, I wanted to get those younger guys some more time, obviously. But I think he tweaked his ankle a little bit. He's fine. It's nothing major. But he was active. He had 9 rebounds, so he's doing a better job of rebounding, which is good to see.
Speaking of Quentin, seemed to have his best shooting night of the year tonight. Anything that he's done differently over the last couple of games to really up his game offensively?
Just keep shooting the ball. I told him. I've met with him 2 or 3 times over the last couple of weeks, and I said, if you're open, keep shooting the ball. It's going to be a matter of time before you have a game like he did tonight, where he makes 4 threes, and he sure enough did. And one of his misses in the second half was halfway down. So it's just a matter of keep shooting the ball. Don't lose your confidence. Keep shooting the ball. It's kind of the same thing with Dang. Dang is 6 for 12 in the last 2 games from 3. So as long as they keep taking good shots, and I'm 100% fine with it, and they'll fall. Just keep shooting the ball with confidence.
It seemed like early on you guys were kind of struggling giving up dribble penetration off the bounce. How'd you kind of shore that up, because you really kind of locked them down?
Yeah, we just decided to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe trap a couple times and those kinds of things. You got to give them credit. The kid Zero, did a good job of getting in the lane the first half and scoring at the rim, and then obviously 54 hurt us a couple times too. But we did a better job of being active in the second half. deflections and turnovers and those kinds of things. So just something we got to continue to work on is just, one-on-one defense.
David, obviously it was in limited time in the second half when the game was out of hand, but what do you see from Lance when he gets out there like that, and what does he have to do to maybe get some more minutes and some meaningful time, do you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, Lance has been active. He's been playing really well in practice. He plays hard. He's active on the backboard. He can obviously shoot the ball. I mean, his 1-3 was a little short, but the rest of his shots, I mean, he shoots the ball. He's got good touch. I was actually surprised he missed 2 free throws, but he's just been getting better, and he stayed with it. I'll give him a lot of credit. Obviously, he hasn't played very much this year, but he hasn't let that affect his attitude and his work ethic. He just continues to work every single day and get better. And the improvement he's made from the first day he got here in the summer to now has been remarkable. So this will be good for his confidence, and it's good to see that you can put him in the game and he'll be productive.
So this is the type of performance that could lead to more minutes for him in future games?
Yeah, it could. It's a blessing and a curse to have a lot of guys who you can put in the game and play, because you can look down the bench and have options if you're in foul trouble, injuries, whatever, but at the same time, there's only so many minutes to go around, so it makes it a little bit tricky, but it's just guys, when they come in, they need to take advantage of the time they get. They need to be productive, and we just got to continue to get better as a team. Every day in practice, get better, individually get better, and just try to build on this moving forward and just keep getting better.
What can you do to cure some of the you mentioned earlier, the slow starts?
I'm not sure. Sometimes as a player, it just takes a while to get into the flow. You're figuring out what the other team's doing defensively to you, what they're doing offensively. Just something we got to continue to work on. Traditionally, honestly, even when I played, we've never been an outstanding first half team here. We've always been tied or down at the half a lot, and I'd much rather have it. We're a good second half team than a bad second half team, I guess. But we just got to continue to work. Just lock in on what the other team's trying to do. Shooting the ball well obviously helps. I think we were 3 for 11 in the first half and 7 of 15 in the second half from 3, so that obviously helps. But just come out and just focus on what we need to do and just take it one possession at a time. You can't necessarily win or lose the game in the first 5 minutes, so there's no need to panic if we don't get off to a great start. But nonetheless, we need to try to see what we can do to get off to a better start.